Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final episode of Dynasty Warriors 4 Xtreme Legends. And today we're going to be showing off Xtreme Mode. I mean, I would show off Legend Mode, but let's be honest, I haven't really done much with Legend Mode. Quite frankly, Legend Mode is like character-specific battles. Quite frankly, and that's all Legend Mode is, save for the edit players, because the edit players can actually benefit from certain characters' Musou modes. Now, in Xtreme Mode, if you haven't noticed, everyone's stats have been reset. All the characters that I powered up, yes, even Zheng Liao, they aren't strong anymore. And that is because of the fact that when you start Xtreme Mode, all the weapons you have and all the accessories that you have are not available. Not even the saddles either. And by the way, I went off screen to get most of the saddles anyway. But you can get them. But they're only exclusive for Xtreme Mode. Again, this is a fight till you survive scenario. And if you die, well, you can reload the game and pick up where you last left off.
Welcome. What can I get you?
Or you can just stop and pick somebody else. I mean, I've only gotten so far on this in my original playthrough of this. But Xtreme Mode in this game is pretty much like Xtreme Mode everywhere else. Again, it's a fight till you die scenario. And you can get stronger as you proceed throughout the entirety of Xtreme Mode. Funny thing is, this comes back in Dynasty Warriors 5. It's completely omitted from Dynasty Warriors 6 and 7. And 8 has its own version in the form of Ambition Mode. And it is absent without leave in Dynasty Warriors 9. That is what AWOL stands for. So with that said, you can't use bodyguards either because they have been locked for this whole entire play. I again will show off only a couple of missions to give you the gist of what's going on here. There's going to be certain missions you can take, and the higher the difficulty, the more the more gold you'll get at the end of the stage. You'll also be able to save some allies that you can recruit for free, or you'll end up recruiting some bodyguards one time only just for the stage. So your regular bodyguards aren't going to do jack squat. Also, you can recruit bandits or Amazon as your soldiers. But whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, this is practically what you're doing. You're fighting with low-level characters, some of them may be high-level, and as you're fighting, you may end up getting either random items, random weapons, or, I wouldn't say random weapons, rather random power-ups like attack up or fence up, and sometimes they'll even drop dim sum and angel water. I'm pretty sure somebody does in one of these battles. But here's the thing about these. You only got a certain amount of time to do them. 13 minutes to be actually 20 minutes to be precise. No, 15, never mind, 15. I thought it was 30, but it's 15. So that's basically the gist of this whole Xtreme Mode. And while I'm going around like trying to kill off people, I want to actually let you guys in on a little secret about this stage. It's a rarity, actually, to get your hands on some dim sum, or I should say some meat buns, if you happen to take too much damage. Because, let's face it, killing off most of the enemy squads will not drop you any skills. They'll drop you attack buffs, they'll drop you defense buffs, but they won't drop you any meat buns. Look, there's arrows, there's speed up, but they will not drop you any dim sum. All the hiding places where the dim sum is, gone. So if you're expecting to get some dim sum out of this place, you're going to have to hope for RNGesus, pray for RNGesus to give you something other than arrows. Because you're going to be getting a lot of arrows by the end of this goddamn stage. I mean, it's a good way to actually get the feel of Xtreme Mode if you, by any chance, only bought this game standalone. And if you bought this standalone, you're missing a lot of content.
Thanks a lot.
Thing is,
My mind's made up.
all
I'm going
the
with
officer types, like the bandits, the Amazons, the sorcerers, which will also be a force in this extreme mode, as well as the non-mins, those are actually policies. I thought I could leave out that place. I guess not. All of those are policies, actually, for Dynasty Warriors for Xtreme Legends, which, not Xtreme Legends, I meant Empires, sorry. Which is also under the almighty hands of RNGesus, which is something I'm not too fond of. Seriously, RNGesus is one god that not many people want to pray. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Some of the officers actually drop angel wines. Alright. Well, they call them Musa wine, but they're still angel wine nonetheless. And your character gets stronger and stronger as you proceed. Oh yeah, by the way, the game's got a set difficulty too, so it doesn't take any difficulty from the actual options. And it's also on normal again. So it's going to be by default normal. So you're going to get your ass kicked multiple times, and hell, you may even die. That's why there's a save point before every single battle. But I'm not too particularly mad at it. It's pretty good. I mean, this is one of those times where you rely on RNGesus and hope to God that one of the things you get is hex marks, which will actually raise up your luck. That only happened once. I was playing as Diao Chan, and I died. I died when I got hex marks. That fucking horse. Anyway, I know people understand the legend of hex marks, and it's bad luck. But that is Liu Bei's signature horse, and sadly that horse was the last thing he rode in the Yiling. And we all know what happened in Yiling. The whole entire place caught on fire. Hell, even Peng Tong, who was riding the horse, ended up dying as well. So therefore, that horse is cursed. Yeah, and I do believe we're at the 10-minute mark. Yikes. Puts a lot of pressure on you. You can't really do too much without time expiring. And it's really short. So yeah, they're like 10, 15-minute battles. Some of them 20, some of them even 5. If there's some time left, make sure you try to kill as many officers as you can. It would be in your best interest to do so.
You ain't getting by here.
And of course, gotta beware, folks, because even generic scrubs like the bandit leader can be pretty powerful. Oh, and one more thing. Officers may sometimes not drop items that'll power you up. Instead, they may drop things like meat buns, or double meat buns, or hell, even chicken legs. They won't drop like the usual sword, or they won't drop the shield, or they won't drop any attack. Actually, by killing that guy, I ended up getting attack +4. So, no, not attack +4, a double attack, or I forgot what the hell that axe is called. But whatever the case, I ended up getting a power boost to my strength so I could beat up the bandit. Thankfully, I'm still alive. I mean, once I kill him. And with that, I can continue on to the next stage. And I do believe there's only 20 stages, and each time you fight, it gets harder and harder and harder and harder until finally you end up being unlucky. How unlucky are we talking? You end up running into an officer that dog walks you. In my first attempt at Extreme Mode, the second level, Lubu appeared and he kicked my ass. And again, I was playing as Diao Chan. I was not a happy camper. I didn't even make the ranking. Yeah, shut up, train. By the way, there's a train way up the street. Anyway, because of what I did, I happened to pick up a couple of items. I got non-min armor, and I have an elixir. And non-min armor is really good, because I don't have Jack. And there's a lot of archers in this entire stage. Yeah, apparently all the archers that was in some of the stages, I mean, yeah, archers are assholes. And by the way, every time you save, they kick you out of Xtreme Mode. I hate it when it does that. Anyway, all the archers in this game are all compiled into this stage alone. So yeah. Oh, excuse me 1 second. I think somebody's here. I gotta talk to him. Sorry that business took way too long than what I expected, but back to what I was about to say. Oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot. I didn't actually mention this earlier, but I might as well now. Every time you take on a new mission, you have a choice of one of three, and the higher you go, the more goodies you get. The lower you go, the less goodies you get. However, there will be some missions where there will be a batshit insane difficulty. You somehow survive that difficulty. Not only will your character be leveled up tremendously, and so will whatever bodyguard he or she brings over to the actually no, the bodyguards don't level up. Never mind. I forgot you can't bring bodyguards into this, but not only will your character level up, but your weapon will level up, and on top of that, you may get a rare item, like for instance, the red hair harness, which you could permanently keep for Xtreme Mode, or you could probably get yourself Phoenix Urn, or a Tiger Amulet. God forbid you're going to need a Tiger Amulet for this kind of thing, especially when you run into times 6 or time 8 difficulties. Which, by the way, again, this is definitely going to be carried over, or at least called back to, not only Dynasty Warriors 5, but also Dynasty Warriors 8. Because 7 does not bring it back. So, this mission was supposed to be about taking down a supply line. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Oh, and by the way, there's going to be certain missions where you rescue officers. Earlier, I rescued Don Ning in an earlier mission. Sometimes these officers will show up and they will be permanently a part of the, yeah, they will be permanently a part of your force. Yeah, they will be fighting alongside of you. But let me be honest with you folks, they're going to be weak as hell. And God forbid you run into higher difficulties with these guys. Oh, yeah, by the way, one of those secret items can be a bodyguard manual, which will allow your bodyguards to survive. Which won't mean anything if you're the one killed. So I chose Dom Zhuo. I don't know why I chose Dom Zhuo, just to show off Xtreme Mode. I'm honestly not going to go through the whole thing because these battles can be long and drawn out. And on top of the fact that it's basically fight till you die. And the problem is, I only managed to do this once. Would you believe who I did this with? Zhao Yun. I mean, it really, how should I put this? It really should speak a lot of volumes that, like, only characters I know can actually go as far as they can. But, spoiler alert, I do die in the third mission. Unfortunately, it's not shown. And do you want to know why it's not shown? Because I died as soon as I showed up there. It was actually a forced mandatory battle that had a high difficulty, and guess who showed up? Lu Bu! And unfortunately, that would have took longer than what I had, and I was trying to at least show off what you're getting into when you're going into Xtreme Mode. I mean, yeah, I could do a lot better, and at least try to... Wait, hold on. Wait, did my own teammate just pick me up and almost attack me? What the hell? Oh my god. I have no clue what just happened. But yes, my own teammate just picked me up and tried to kick my ass while going after Yuan Shao. I'm baffled. You think that shit would happen in Dynasty Warriors 7, and by the way, it does. But not in this game. This is the first time that has ever happened to me. That's the thing about, the beauty about the Dynasty Warriors series that I've been doing for a long time. I mean, there's always some strange shit happening. Whether all of a sudden, Lu Bu just defects after kicking the ass of every single officer I had, or he runs away, or I kill Ling Tong with a tactic, or the internet just happened to cut off right in the middle of a mission. There's always something strange happening. I mean, that's the one thing I love about Dynasty Warriors. It's always madcap fun and good for LP slapstick. Yeah, remember that time I also knocked up Lu Bu's daughter and he was not too happy about that? Good times. Good times. And that was Dynasty Warriors and Empires, by the way. I still, for the life of me, can't get that damn disc to work. I mean, it's constantly stuck on a damn loading screen. Koei, get on that shit. But on a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, there's really not much to say. You're probably gathering allies and beating up enemy officers and Musa officers. And yeah, there is duels here too. I forgot to mention that. There are duels here if you are low on morale, and God forbid you will be low on morale. Even if you do have soldiers who will join your cause, you will be low on morale, so bear that in mind. Yeah, again, I was only giving you a glimpse, a taste of what Xtreme Mode is. I mean, there's only like 20 missions throughout the entirety of the game, and each one is much more stronger than the last. So, other than that, there's not much to say about it. So, anything else need to be said? Yes, my final thoughts. As I kill this punk here and make him wish that he was never born, I gotta say, I've enjoyed Dynasty Warriors 4 Xtreme Legends. This is my favorite game in the series. At least, yeah, actually, this is my favorite game in the series. And 7 is definitely number 2 on the list. And 3 is what started me in the series. But this one definitely is a charm. And I practically like it. Oh, by the way, every time you get an already occupied weapon, it turns into money. But anyway, as I was saying, there is always some sort of charm. There's always some sort of satisfaction I get coming back to this game. Yeah, I run into missions like Derp and also the 2 Chows, but hey, and especially the Nomans, but hey, I actually do have fun with Dynasty Warriors 4. It's hard as hell, but at the end of the day, it's still fun to deal with. And as I send myself off, this theme, God, this theme is so fantastic. I mean, I know I'm talking through it, but hey, it is absolutely one of my favorite themes in this game. I love the music in Dynasty Warriors 4. And there's not much else to say, except, well, if Dynasty Warriors 4 had at least a little bit more polish, it could be a really good game. No, actually, it is a really good game. Why did I say that? That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. This is actually the best game in the series, in my opinion. Although I do like 5. I really do like 5. And that probably would be 3rd place, basically. But still, Dynasty Warriors is always going to be fun to me. And yeah, if I ever do get my hands on the Gundam series, I may just do that. And the only Warriors Orochi's game I own is 3. Well, 3 Ultimate, actually, and that's on the Xbox One. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we are done with Dynasty Warriors 4 Xtreme Legends. The next time I come in the neighborhood of Dynasty Warriors, it's going to be Dynasty Warriors 5 Xtreme Legends, which is a lot shorter, but much more satisfactory as far as the control is concerned. But I will say this, I'm going to have to take myself a week hiatus. And there's a reason why I'm going to take myself a week hiatus. I'm going to have to clear out all the space from all the parts I did with Dynasty Warriors 4. I mean, it's not as long as Dynasty Warriors 7, but still, nonetheless. Anyway, I'll see you guys week after next when I start Sailor Moon, Another Story 2. This is RVMan985. See you guys next time.